The Labour Court has ruled that the planned banking strike by Union SASBO cannot go ahead tomorrow. Judge Hilary Repkin-Naika granted Business Unity South Africa an interdict against the strike.
1, the matter is treated as urgent. 2, it is declared that the Congress of South African Trade Unions, COSATU, and the South African Society of Bank Officials, SASBO, have failed to comply with the provisions of Section 77(1) of the Labour Relations Act 66 of 1995. And 2, any person who takes part in the intended...
Well, the trade unions are now currently addressing the media in Braamfontein after that Labour Court ruling. Let's take a listen.
Deliberately so. I mean, we've marched in February. We have marched again in March in this country using Section 77. And now, because of what touching the nerve of the capitalist, that is why you see Busa jumping up and down, because of they know what it will mean to them. We are not going to sit down as SASBO and COSATU to watch our members being exploited by capitalism. So we are going to fight this capitalism until after we achieve the socialist state that we all aspire and we are all looking for as the citizens of this country.
Just a quick question, sir. What do you mean by saying that we're going to resubmit? Are you meaning that you're going to go back to NETLEC? Yeah,
we will go back to NETLEC, and we'll also be guided by what is it that will be coming out of the papers of the judge as for the substantive issues that she might have picked up, that she might have raised. Because all along, as the SASBO and our federation, COSATU, we were convinced that we did all that it was supposed to be done and we have followed the law. But what we were told today, that is why we're surprised. So we are going to do both processes simultaneously. Marchers will be appealing for an agent appeal. We'll also be filing today to NETLEC.
Are you encouraging your members to go back to work tomorrow?
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, we have to, because of if you have listened, the judge said, should there be anyone who will be taking part in any other activities, they might not be protected. So we have to encourage our members as a responsible federation and as a responsible union that is fighting for the rights of the workers. We have to encourage our members to be back to work so as for us to make sure that we follow the right process, and we are even saying to our members that this is the beginning of the long road. So we will be on this road, and we promise that by the 7th of October, if anything goes right, we'll be back into the street with the very same action that we anticipated to take tomorrow.
Maybe just to add on your question. Resubmitting. NETLEC is a constituency or is a structure that was put in place by the former President Nelson Mandela to deal with the economic crisis or to deal with the economic policy issues. Now, that's why we would have to go to NETLEC, because we expect that NETLEC should have been here to explain its processes and procedures. NETLEC was cited as one of the third respondents. They did not oppose. So it's a question for us. But as we said, we'll resubmit on the issue of the economic crisis. But as we said also that the strike is not cancelled, an interdict is an interim. An interdict we are suspending. We are not saying the strike is cancelled. So that's why we're saying for tomorrow we'll mobilize our members for the next step, for the next program, as we are appealing, as we are resubmitting. Possibilities that by the 7th of October we will be going out. That's why we are not demobilizing our members. We are saying to our members for tomorrow, we would expect them to, not any one of them to be on the street, but let's be there, continue to mobilize and continue to fight against this sketch of retrenchment that we're taking. It's not, as I said earlier on, yesterday while we're seated here, I'm sure you have received in the mining industry called Sibanye, retrenching 13,200 workers. And business seated here expect us to keep quiet and smile. And the judge make a ruling which is in favor of the capitalism. And as COSATU, as SASBO, as COSATU, 16 affiliates and the 1.6 million will not keep quiet. That must be a message to the people of South Africa.
That's it.
If you want one-on-one, you can engage our leaders for further.
Okay, those are the representatives of the trade union, Federation COSATU, and the union in the banking sector, SASBO. We just caught them there addressing the media at the end of that ruling, or after that ruling in court, in the Labour Court, halting that strike. The interdict is on, but the unions are very clear. One, they're going to appeal it urgently, on an urgent basis, expecting to file papers today. Secondly, they're going to go back to NETLAC, that's the Forum of Business, Labour and Government, where they want to resubmit this whole issue. They've made it very clear that they are not happy at all. So we'll have to watch this space. But more importantly, banking strike for tomorrow is not going to happen. They are appealing to their members to respect the Labour Court ruling and be at work tomorrow and mobilize for the 7th of October. So we'll keep track on the story as it develops.